Hi friends! Are you ready to do some engineering? Let's get into it. What's engineering, you might ask? It's a very big, fancy word for building stuff. When you think about what you're going to build, and then you do it. Ha-ha! We are going to do some fun engineering. We're going to build some ramps to play cars. That's it. Let's get going. I have, for this activity today, a cereal box. You'll see why in a minute. Some big scissors. You'll need some grown-up help with these. Snip, snip. Little children's scissors aren't going to be very helpful to you in an activity like this because cutting cardboard with the little safety scissors is kind of challenging. I got some other pieces of cardboard on the side of my cereal box. I have some painter's tape. This tape is good because you can use it to adhere things to one another without wrecking them. If you don't have painter's tape, masking tape will work. Any kind of tape you're comfortable with really is just fine. Tape. And then I have some cars. 2 cars. I got a stack of books. Oh, there's my World of Cats book. That's a fun one. I got another book over here. I have various things for stacking. I have the lid to a Lego tub. It looks like a giant piece of Lego. And I also have a big tub of Lego in the event that we want to use some of the Lego for building our ramps. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these materials, we're going to build some car ramps, and then we're going to send the cars down them. Let's get to it. First thing you want to do is, like I said, find your cardboard that you're going to use to make a tunnel for your vehicles. Now, I've chosen a cereal box because it's nice and long and it's pretty sturdy. This is the part of the box right here that we're going to use to make the ramp. So I'll show you how I'm going to cut this. I'm going to give a good, like a hand width, a good hand width on the side. And I'm going to cut all the way down to the bottom of the box. See? Oh! After all these videos, I'm still not good at figuring out where to hold it so that you can see it the best. See? This is my small flap. I'm going to cut all the way across the bottom and then all the way up the top to the other side. If you don't have a cereal box, cracker box, shoe box, toilet paper roll, paper towel roll. These are all great things that you can use. So see, look, now I have almost like a little cardboard tray, little tray with a solid top. That's going to keep it together. See, I've left this part on. I didn't cut that off. That's going to make it so that these sides stand up. If I cut this off, like I did with this one, these really fall in a lot and it's not as stable. So if you leave one side closed like that, you got stability. And then if you leave one side open like this, there's somewhere for the cars to go. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, let's put that right where you can see it. This is what we're going to do with these. Ready? Car in the top. See? Okay, I'm going to cut another piece. Now, I've still got about 2/3 of my cereal box left, so watch this crazy stuff. I'm going to cut another one that matches this one from the other side. We'll keep this spot intact, and we'll cut down the side here. Ready? Cutting, cutting, cutting. Okay, see? I have two ramps that match. Now, I still have some cereal box left. See? I got this bit and this bit. I have a choice here. I can use these as 2 separate ramps, or I could cut the back off this one and tape it in here and make an extra long ramp. See? Or I could use this right here and tape it at the bottom and make a little flap. You can really do whatever you want. So because the surface I'm using is my work table and I'm not on the floor, I'm actually going to tape this onto here, and I'm going to make one big long ramp instead of two short ones. So in order to do that, I'm going to see which one's the tallest. Which one is it? Which one's taller? Can you see? This one's taller. So I'm going to cut the back end off this one. You're going to see me cut that. Take that piece off. Oh, we still have a little rib there, a little bit. Cut that off. Now I just have a tunnel with no back, and you can see it's a lot flimsier now that I don't have that back part on there. It bends really easily, whereas with this one, it's a lot sturdier with that back part. It stabilizes it. So I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to tape it in here, and I'm going to make an extra long tunnel. What do you think? Let's get my tape ready. Now I've chosen the green painter's tape, again, because it comes off easily. If I want to tape my ramp up to something so that I get a good angle, we'll get to that in a minute. Or I've got masking tape here that I can use. I'm actually going to use the masking tape for this job to tape this together because it's stronger and it holds things together. And it won't peel off. So I'm going to get some tape, and I'm just going to tape the daylights out of this. Woo! Now I'm going to try and, let's see if I can give you a good view of my work here. Move all my books out of the way. Okay, I'm going to put these on top, one on top of the other. My workspace is too cluttered. There's stuff in my way. Let's move it. You see? And I am going to, first things first, I'm going to tape that bottom overlap right here. I'm going to tape all along that spot. I'm going to try to make it straight. Okay, half taped. And I might even put a couple of layers on there. I'll put a couple layers on there to make sure that it's nice and strong. Now you want to try and make your tape really smooth, because if there are a lot of bumps in it, it'll slow your vehicle down. We don't want that. Make my tape go all the way around the outside. See? There. Really use your thumb to smooth it down. Now also here on the outside, see? There's this overlap on the outside. I'm going to tape that as well, just to reinforce my work and make this a little more permanent, a little more sturdy. Now grown-ups, it may not seem like it, but we are incorporating a ton of basic scientific and engineering principles just by doing this activity. It has embedded learning, whether you talk about it or not, or whether you understand it or not. I'm learning about stability building this. I'm learning about adherence. I'm learning about sticking things to other things. I'm learning about visually assessing shapes and sizes and how things work and what fits in what and all that stuff. I could go on and on. Lots of learning. Okay. But to me, the person playing, it's all about the fun. Now see, I found another little seam here. See an overlap? I'm going to tape that too. And then my ramp is looking good. See, here we go. Yeah. Back to me. Hi. Now, like I said, I'm going to build my ramp on the table. I'm going to keep it on the table because that's where I'm filming. But at home, you might want to be on the floor. You could put your ramp on the stairs. That would be awesome. If you have stairs, that is. You could have your ramp out in the yard. You could build lots of different ramps. We've made a little cereal box ramp here. But like I said, you can build yours out of any kind of cardboard. A really fun one would be to take a paper towel tube, and you wouldn't even have to cut it or anything. You could just launch the cars through it if they were this size. But if you have a bigger vehicle, you're going to want a bigger ramp, like this cereal box ramp. So now what happens if we just put our car in the ramp? Does it really go anywhere? Listen, do you hear it moving? Oh, there's a little movement. It doesn't really go anywhere, does it? If I hold it up like this, the car just sits there. But what happens if I tip it, tilt it, tilt it? Woo! There it goes. That's gravity. There's a magical force. Well, I suppose it's not really magical, but it seems like magic. There's a force deep at the center of the earth that pulls everything toward it. And that's why, here we go, ready? Woo! Woo-hoo-hoo! That's why our feet stick to the ground and we don't just float away. Okay, ready? Oh, I lost my car right off the table. So, I mean, if you're happy enough just having your ramp, you can hold it like this and throw the cars down it that way. Or you can get building a structure for your ramp to stand up on, to lean on. And we're going to do that. So in order for that to happen, to make that work here on my table, I got a pile of books. Dogman. Do you like Dogman? Have you ever read Dogman? Excellent. The Mother Goose. Sing a song of Mother Goose. I have a video of me singing some of the songs and rhymes from in there. Okay, more books. We'll build a pile. Big sturdy pile. See it? It's tall, but not too tall. Now I'm going to put that to the side right here. Let's see if I can get a good, ooh, there's the rest of my house. Now let's see if I can get a good view. There's my books on the side. I have my ramp. See, it's way up here at the top. There's my ramp. And ooh, you can see my other supplies and my coffee on the side. Let's have a sip. I still have another car left. This fancy green car. Okay, I'm just going to set it right on top and put the car on the top and see what happens. Ready? We'll put some things in front to catch it so that it doesn't launch off the table. Ready? There it goes. It came right out. Let's try again. I'll do it on the open side. Okay, ready? Woo! Now, you can't see it in the video, but I'm holding my ramp here. I wonder why I'm doing that. Woo! Why do you think I'm holding my ramp? Let's see what happens when I let go. Oh, still works. Still works, but if I slide my ramp down here to the edge, let's see if anything happens when I put the car on there. Oh, I've made a sturdier ramp than I imagined. Let's slide it just a little bit more. Ready? Oh, see, my ramp fell down. If I've got it really high up on the books and quite stable, it's not really going anywhere. The car goes no problem. Oh, it flipped over. But if I put it down here on the edge, oh, it falls down. Yeah, that's because this ramp needs some space to stabilize itself on the back. It needs lots of support. Lots of support. Let's try down here and see what happens. That's a way smaller angle. Oh, what happened there? Let's put it back up top. Look at that. Whoa, it goes so fast I have to put something at the edge of the table so it doesn't roll away. Woo! But if I put it down here lower, what happens? Oh, wow. The car goes so slow it stops itself. Fun, huh? Now, for little folks, you can keep building all day if you have enough cardboard. You could also try other materials and see if it works to build a ramp. See what happens if you try to build a ramp out of paper. Does it work? If it does, why does it still work? If it doesn't, why not? I don't know. You could maybe try and use other things for your ramp. Maybe even just stuff that you have kicking around the house, something you didn't even build. Let's see if we can make a ramp out of this. This is oh, there's paint on it. This is the lid to the Lego bucket at my house. Remember I showed you before, it looks like a giant piece of Lego. Let's lean it up on here, just like we did our other ramp, and let's see if we can launch some cars down there. Let's see what happens. Slide it back. Okay, ready? Let's see what happens here. Woo, that works pretty well. And it makes a big noise. Woo! Let's see what happens if we flip it over. This side, what's going to happen there? Let's see if I can turn that so you can see. You see that? Oh. It just hits the bottom. What's going on there? Ready? It flips over. Well, what's the difference? When I do it this way, it flies right off the ramp. But when I do it like this, it stops. Oh, there, it went into a hole. Oh. Do you see what's happening? Do you see what's happening here? Look. There's a lip at the bottom. And it's preventing the car from going all the way through. It's stopping it. But there's no lip at the bottom here, is there? That car can just go right down. That's what was happening. Ooh, let's do a daredevil trick. Let's see if we can get it to run down this skinny edge. Ready? Right for the camera. Whoa! So as I was saying, you can really use anything that you want to build a ramp. It might work. It might not work. But it's still fun to explore and experiment and see what happens when you try. And it might not look like learning or feel like learning, but when you do things like build ramps and push cars into motion, you're exploring science. Isn't that cool? Yeah. I would love to see any ramps that you build at home with your family or any cool things that you come up with your cars. If you'd like to show them to me, you can send me a video or some pictures via our Facebook page at Yukon Family Literacy Center or our Instagram page, again, at Yukon Family Literacy Center. Thanks for joining me today, kids. I hope you have fun with your ramps.